I want to say really quick, I'm
Yeah.
super excited. We got 3 people representing the West Coast.
See, and now you guys can make more coasters. We're gonna make coasters.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how we can get together. Probably more closer to summer, spring.
That will be so much fun, you guys.
Yeah, it's too hard right now in the winter with the pass, but hopefully in like the spring or summertime we can get together.
That will be amazing. Yeah. Yay! That's so great. And who's coordinating? Just y'all just collaborating?
Yeah, we're talking.
That's cute. Okay, I love it. All right, guys. Tonight's call, if you guys want to take notes or you want to look back at this call and go back and look at it, this is about establishing your business routine. Because when you are a brand new coach, you are excited, you are nervous, you are all over the map, okay? But what you're doing is you're probably getting information, and then all of a sudden you feel very overwhelmed, and the natural reaction is to just not do anything. You are frozen like nobody's business. You are frozen like an ice cube. And as much as you want to do it, you're overwhelmed, and many new coaches will just simply say, I think I made a mistake. I'm in over my head. I don't think I'm cut out for this. And a lot of people you will find will do the same thing too in their health and wellness. There is a trend, okay? So here's why we are coaches. Here's why we are the 10%, because we find the way, we don't find the way out, okay? So we have to always remember we're the ones who find the way to make it happen for ourselves, and then we share that with other people. So tonight we're going to get really specific. We're going to get specific about just the business part of it, okay? So everything that I want you guys to know is, like, if some of you guys are in the boot camp right now, and some of you might be looking at, you know, the Coach Online Office and looking at the training videos and all of that stuff, and you might be collecting all of your stuff, and you might still be sitting with a blank business activity tracker from Monday night. You may not have even touched this yet, right? But here's the question, and I want you guys to get real with yourselves. Now this is not a question you have to answer right now, but when will you start? When is the good time to start? And I have to tell you, there is no good time. Just start. And what I want to talk about this business activity tracker is so important is because all of these things, people go, I can't do all of this. I can't do this. I can't do this. This is too much. Well, it might be too much for now, but what if you looked at it and you said, well, I can drink my shake. I do that every day. I can work out. I do that every day anyways. And I did my personal development. You just checked off 3 things of your business, which is so awesome. Sydney, you press a button, babe. I think you're trying to control something. Who? Sydney, she's taking over. She says you are viewing Sydney, you hit the share button, honey. You got to stop sharing. Okay, there you go. Perfect. All right. So what happens is you guys can see that there's 3 check marks off of your business activity tracker. How amazing is that? The first part of your Emerald business, in order for you to have a business, is to make sure you have those 3 check marks, right? And Sharona, I really want you to chime in because you've already experienced Emerald Spot. And as you're proceeding to move forward, can you talk about a little bit of your journey when you started this? Would you start sooner? Because the girls, you were closer to where they were at, and this is where you guys. Sharona was already an Emerald coach, so she's got the experience, and she can tell you what she did that worked, that didn't work, and take the advice and run with it. Okay, Sharona, can you share a little bit of that journey with us tonight? Do you mind?
No, that's fine. So, if I would have started using the tracker system, like very first time when I started saying I'm going to do the coaching part. The reason why I didn't do it was because I thought that I was only doing those 3 things, and then I check off those 3 things. But this tracker, new one, has made it much more easier to see exactly what you need to do, how much time you need to spend on it. And it's just, even if you cannot fill out every single box, I can't fill out every single box right now, but try to do what you can and just fill out, because if you get in the habit of doing it now, it's going to be so much easier down the road. Instead of someone like me who just started using it a few months ago, I wish I would have started back on day one when I decided to do the coaching.
Me too, actually. Because if you're overwhelmed, think about it like this. Everybody in here, I know because you're my tribe, suffers from anxiety. Raise your hand. Okay, so what are you doing about it in your business? Are you just letting yourself stay here? Or are you taking that anxiety and knowledge and tools and going like this? Anxiety is only there to chime you in, to say, hey, hello, start me. Okay, that's what anxiety is. Anxiety is not there to hurt you. It's not. It is a beautiful designed tool that we get to have, but you have the power to make it go up or go down. So take your business anxiety and start moving it forward. Okay, start moving that pendulum forward. Okay, you have to do that and break this puppy out. Remember, like Sharona said, if you just do one or two things, you're moving your business forward. I know all of you, I've spoken to each of you individually, and I know what your goals are. You have to start. That's all I can tell you, okay? I can't help you build your business until you begin, okay? That's all I can tell you. I cannot help you until you begin. Period, over and out. So let's get going on just that. Let's establish our business routines tonight. Let's get this going. Everybody here is going to be different because we all have different lifestyles. We all have different schedules. We're all different, okay? But the actions are still the same. So as you're overwhelmed in the beginning of your coaching career, everybody starts off here, very overwhelmed, don't know what they're doing, don't really quite see how it's all going to pan out. The first thing that I want you guys to do is, does anybody or have you at this point visualize the end result? Have you ever visualized the end result of what you want this business to do for you? You can write in the chats. Let's make it really conversational here tonight because I want to hear your voices, okay? If you haven't done that, I want you to do that. I want you to see the end result of all this hard work. For example, your vision board is kind of an end result, right? If you're going for, like, I keep seeing in my mind a certain number in my bank account. Every time I think about that number, it's the same number that pops up. I don't know why, but it's just this number, right? So I start to visualize myself going to the bank or checking my checking account on my phone and actually seeing that number in my bank account. I visualize it so crystal clear, you guys, that I can feel it, that it's already there. Like, that's how close you got to start focusing on your end result, right? You've got to focus on that end result. You've got to feel it in your body because 90% of this business is all on belief. So what else do you need to do? Not only do you visualize, but you connect. And if you have to journal write, or I have another journal, I don't have it here, but it's just like a scribble book. So I'm just going to grab this for now. It's a scribble book, right? And I write down thoughts. I write down my, whatever it is, whatever is on my mind, I scribble it. And then I go back and I look at it because I need to stay connected to why I get up at 5 a.m. or I'm trying to get up at 5 a.m. I did do that today. I was very proud of myself. And I will tell you, I won the morning. And I'm very happy to say that it made a huge difference in my work period. I don't know why. Not everybody's going to be a morning person. I'm trying. I'm really trying. It may not work. But some people are more creative in the afternoon. Some people are more creative in the evening. You got to go where your creativity spot is and thrive off of that spot, okay? And you're going to figure that out as you go along, all right? The other thing that I did was when I wrote down these scribble things, I was working out this morning and these things kind of came to me. So I always bring a piece of paper downstairs with a pen when I work out. And I'm going to use these to start my posting for my posts. I'm going to set up my posts for Wednesday night because I already wrote my posts for tomorrow night. Tomorrow's about transformation. You can talk about anything, right? You can talk about how you're transforming into this, like you're evolving or whatever's on your heart. Share your soul, you guys. Share what you would share if you, I bet you all talk to yourselves too, like I do. So let's just go there, right? And you probably answer yourselves back. So with that said, whatever you talk to yourself about and how confidently you talk sometimes, which I do, be that person on Facebook. Melanie Mitro states it so perfectly. She's like, you have, the number one thing in this business is you have to breathe confidence and you have to breathe belief. And there are going to be people that don't believe in you. There are going to be people that are not in your corner. There are going to be people that think you are full of BS. But should that and will you allow that to stop the end result of your vision? Maybe some of you want to come home to your families and retire your jobs. Maybe some of you just need your credit card to go down a little bit more. Maybe you are so tired of going to Target and saying, wait a minute, I get paid when? Oh, I can't do that. Maybe you're so tired of praying that tax season's coming because your bank account is dwindling and you have to get taxes up to par. Maybe you're tired of that. Are you doing things about that? Are you doing things about your current situation right now that can improve for tomorrow? One of the reasons why I became a coach is because my husband went on strike with Verizon. And you know what the first thing I could have done was when I went on strike, I could have canceled my Shakeology. It's the first thing to go, right? It was an easy one to go to, but it wasn't. It was my number one hold on to because it gave me my health. It gave me my friendships. It gave me my life back, and it gave me my dreams and my hopes back. So I was not going to let that be taken away from me. And when my dad died and he took his life, I wasn't letting our house go away. We weren't letting my sister not go to college. None of that shit was going to happen, okay? Everybody goes the opposite way. Oh, now I got to put the for sale sign up. Oh, now I got to do this. Oh, now I got to do that, right? No, do something different. I chose rather than I'm like, oh, we got to get a part-time job. I mean, I freaked out, okay? I freaked out. I was like, John, we got to eat bologna sandwiches or whatever, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and we're not going out to eat, and you can't do this, and we can't do that, and blah, 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 blah. And he was like, whoa, we're not going to be on the street, okay? You need to calm down, and you need to stop acting so quickly. Like, just chill out. So then that's when I got thinking. I was like, okay, I do need to get another job, but I'm not going to leave my kids. I'm not going to be gone all damn day long. Like, F that. I'm not doing that. And that's when my coach, Demetria, who you guys saw on the boot camp call, she said, hello. Now, this is how we talk. She goes, hello, dipshit. You are my friend and I love you, but I just want you to know that you're doing what I'm doing and you're just not getting paid for it. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, let me say it again. So then we got on the phone, her, me, and John, and we talked for 2.5 hours one night. And I chose, rather than going to get a job at Target for a short-term fix, I made a long-term solution. Do you hear the difference? I'm not going to go for short-term fixes in my health and in my family's future. It's got to be long-term because long-term is where it's at. There's going to be another strike. What am I going to do then? Go back to Target and ask for the same measly paycheck? Or do I start kicking butt now so then I have so much money that the next strike that happens, I say to my husband, let's go on vacation. Awesome. We have reserves, we have then some, and we can actually go on vacation and enjoy our time. Who thinks of that? Nobody thinks of that, but this opportunity can make you think of that. And it can actually make you go forward in it. So I want you to think these things. I want you to visualize the end result for what you want and make that real. Start bringing it into life. Feel it, manifest it. The more you think, the more it will happen. Does that make sense? Good. All right. So as you're going through like this business activity tracker and you're trying to like, okay, well, Stacy's got me, I'm in the boot camp and I'm trying to figure out this coach call and I'm trying to organize my calendar and I just can't. No, stop. visualize right now. What's one thing I want everybody to write in the chat? What's the first thing that you want to accomplish in your Beachbody business? What's the very first thing you want to accomplish? I don't care what it is. What's the very first thing? Write it down. Don't think, what is it? What is that very first thing? Damn, Sharona, she's going for 15-star. I love it. Shake paid for. Boom, perfect. Love that. What else? Shake paid for. Boom, perfect. What else? Let's keep it going. Let's keep the energy going in this group. How are you doing that? How are you starting that? Have you started that? Or are you still sitting in fear? You have to gut check yourself this question. And guess what? It's so cool that you can say, I am in fear. Announce it. Make it public. I'm afraid to be a Beachbody coach, but I know it's for me. How do you make that change? How do you make that different? It's going to be different for all of us, right? Maybe you need more personal development. Maybe you need to have more one-on-one coach calls. Maybe you just need to swallow and go for it. So you can just like the icebreaker and just be like, oh my God, like it wasn't that bad, which I will tell you that's what it is. So I want you guys to break out that tracker and work as a team. All of you can collaborate and we can come up with a quarterly goal of when you want to hit your first Emerald rank. I can tell you right now, if you don't have, and I encourage you to get a goal date for the first quarter of when you want to hit Emerald, even if you don't hit it on, let's say, March 25th, we'll just use that number, right? Even if you don't hit it, don't you think you'll push a little harder? Because if you don't have a date and you don't have a goal, you'll usually just go, yeah, still here, waiting. And I did that. That's why I'm pushing you guys. I'm encouraging you to make that happen. I can't want the business more for you. I know what I'm after and I'm running, right? If you want to run with me, we can do that. And I will match wherever you are at. You know that about me. I am right there standing right next to you. So I want you to think, I want you to start small. I want you to start small. So in the chat, I want you to say, guys, this is awesome. Everybody's the same. Here we go. Shakeology paid for Emerald rank. Do you know how you do that? You get 3 people to pay for your shake. 3 people a month, and that kicks back your Shakeology. Write that down so you know. So Shakeology is, that's 3 challenge packs sold a month. 3. Now, if you want to become Emerald, you need 2 people. That's it. Now, the scary part is asking people to come. We talked about this in the boot camp. I want you guys to remember, it's not about you, it is about them. You are here to provide a solution. There are people, you guys, I want to reiterate, to make it not about you, that I have heard today in conversation. Marriages are failing. Depression is at an all-time high. Post-traumatic stress disorder is happening, and you're afraid to send an invite. Think about it. That's what I have to think about. I get really scared, but I got to think about these people.
I think for me, when I first like started or considered this coaching thing and started listening to these calls and stuff, I think hearing the invite really overwhelmed me and threw me off and just sounded like a lot. And I think one of the things that has been helpful for me lately is because I haven't been inviting, right?
That's okay.
I think the biggest thing for me is that I've discovered, or what I'm hearing from other coaches and other people too, is that it's all about having a conversation. And this is what you and Demetria were talking about, right?
Exactly.
Just talk to people, just like become friends with people. And you're going to get those no's, but it's not a no. It's just a not right now. And so I think like the inviting thing for newbies could be overwhelming. And I think saying just start by just talk to people and have conversations and don't even necessarily talk about Beachbody. Right. Like that's my thing right now. Like I'm going to focus on talking to people. I'm not even going to talk to people about Beachbody. Like the first conversation I had, it was an old coworker and she's been following all my Instagram stories. Like she's a daily watcher and I'm like, okay, I see how this is working. I could reach out to
your wheels are turning.
Like, you know, so it's just like, I laid a seed right there, and then I'll follow back up with her, and eventually maybe I'll talk about Beachbody, right?
Yeah.
But I think right now, I think the biggest thing is that if we can have conversations with X amount of people a week, don't even mention Beachbody, just have conversations. I think that is a great starting point, and not
That's
as
exactly it.
overwhelming.
But you know what's funny? If you guys think, and I'll say this, if you think an invite is, hey, Tiffany, I have a challenge group starting on February 14th. Do you want to join me? That's not it. It's me and Tiffany going back and forth. Like, I'll just go, like, I had a lot of people like my Mary Poppins thing, which, by the way, was the best movie. And so I could start a conversation with 20 people tonight with that little voice message that I taught you guys. Remember the little voice thing in Messenger? I can just say, oh my gosh, I just wanted to let you know Mary Poppins was awesome. Have you seen it? I'm going to talk about Mary Poppins. And then you just kind of start talking, and eventually you can lead into other things. Like I'm getting ready to go eat dinner. I'm really excited to cook this new healthy recipe. Do you like cooking? See how you start to flow it in. Do you see that? Right? And that's it. You're getting it. But in order to get over the fear, like Tiffany's saying, just start chatting. This is called network marketing. So network marketing is talking. Just talk. And it's cool because now Tiffany's noticing, look, and Tiffany likes Instagram. So Tiffany's very comfortable in Instagram. You got to go where you're comfortable and master that platform, right? So I'm more comfortable really in Facebook, and I'm kind of comfortable over on Instagram. I'm kind of like 75% comfortable on Instagram, right? So you just have to go where you're comfortable and master that, right? So just focus on small, obtainable goals. If your goal this week is to have 50 conversations, make that happen. That's 10 a day. That's 10 a day. Where does that come from? It comes from your posts, and you guys all have your warm market. Do you know how awesome it is to have your warm market? Guys, I'm out of my warm market. I am all cold market. I am talking to strangers. I am way outside my comfort zone, but that's where you get to later. But the good thing is you practice with your warm people, right? All right. So I want you to focus on that. And I'm really glad that Tiffany brought that up, because it is like, we made it so, we talked about it in our call. We're like, guys, just talk. You just have to be, just be like, I have to take initiative. I have to start. Otherwise, maybe they're waiting for me to talk to them, you know? And Amanda tonight on the call, if you guys saw my Instagram stories, best voicemail I think I ever got of the year was like, you never gave up on me for 2 years. Guys, that's 2 years of conversation. Was it worth it? Look where she is right now tonight. Yes, it was so worth it, because the universe doesn't let us down, all right? So I want you to start small, but I want you to aim high, all right? Start small and aim high, okay? It's really important. I want you guys to also make effective reminders, okay? Effective reminders are like this. I bought this $2.99 little white thing from TJ Maxx, and every night before I go to bed, I make my list. I make my list of what I'm supposed to do every day for my business, and then I'm highlighting as I cross it off, right? Here's the best part. Whatever doesn't get done tonight, I take it and I rewrite it before I go to bed, and it goes up to the top of my list. I'm going to get it done. And then I'm going to rewrite everything else that I have to get done. Work from a list, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go in and sit in your office or sit in your bedroom and just go, okay, I'm going to work my business. What do I do? Right? You got to go in with that plan, because you want to get in, you want to get out, you want to go snuggle with your cat, you want to go snuggle with your kids, you want to go snuggle with your dog, you want to watch Netflix, whatever it is, right? But here's what I also do as a good coach, personally. If there's something that you need to get done and you didn't do it, you might have to say, I can't watch tonight's show. I got to get my invites done. I've got to get them done. I've got to get them done. You've got to count on yourself. So set those business hours, small obtainable goals, and make a list every night before you go to bed. I'm telling you, your job, you're building this well in this cycle, okay? These are the things that I do. This is what calms my anxiety down. So you can take these and tweak them and make them your own. Now, here's the beauty of this. I want you to repeat it until it becomes natural, okay? You have to repeat it until it becomes natural, until it becomes brushing teeth, until it becomes, you know, getting that cup of water that you get up every morning to, okay? When it becomes natural and it feels like a routine, which usually takes 2 to 3 weeks to form, then add on another task. Does that make sense? Does that feel better when you say it like that? It's like, geez, if I just focus on 1 or 2 things, master that in my business, I'm going to have routine. I'm going to have rhythm. Now I can add one more thing because now I got that flow. Now I got that flow. So start small, aim high. All right. And we talked about, like, I know that Amber made a beautiful desk, which was so pretty with her lighting, and she's really getting into all of her stuff. You want to have a clean, clear, clutter-free office, okay? When you walk in, let me ask you this, because I know you're like me. Ready? Who doesn't love walking into like cleanliness, like a tidy kitchen, or like the ambiance of your lighting in your house? Like, who doesn't love dim lighting? I love dim lighting. All my lights have dimmers on them. I can't live without them. I hate LED half the time. Like, it drives me nuts, but it's like, ugh, right? So I create an ambiance. I light a candle when I'm doing my work. I might put on some soft background music. I go to my vision board and I visualize and I bring it to life so I can get in there and get going with it, okay? So I want you guys to take these and I want you to add on to your routine, but start small. So I want to go around the room tonight right now, and I want you guys to tell me, what are you going to do that you can do starting tomorrow on this business activity tracker that you can commit to every single day for the rest of this week without stress? I want you guys to get that. I want you to get your wells pumping. So we got to start tonight, okay? So if we look at this business activity tracker, I want you to write it in the chat. We're going to talk about it all out loud. I want you guys to tell me, what are you going to start doing tomorrow for your business? What are you going to do? What is that? Are you going to start making a list every night of just your to-do so you can start crossing it off? Are you going to maybe wake up earlier so you can get your job done? Like, you know, maybe you want to get up at 5 or 6 and get your workout done and have your personal development. What is that? What are we going to do? Sharona's also mentioned, okay, so Sydney wants to get back to, okay, everybody wants to be Emerald. I love it. Everybody, you guys are all on the same track. Do you guys realize you all should be success partners right now? And that's why we're on this awesome thread. Just saying. Love that. Okay, Sharona says, yes, I send a hey girl message to almost everyone that likes anything on my page. Perfect. That's easy. You can use that really simple app. I'll show you guys again. I did show that feature in boot camp. You guys are all in there. So pay attention to that one, okay? And take your time on that, all right? What else? Sydney did 7 invites today. And one girl said, it's so awesome. We'll see how you're doing. That's great. Good job, Sydney. 7 invites is amazing. Okay, Sydney is going to promise to make a to-do list tonight. That's great. Making a to-do list, more invites. So let's be specific. How many invites is your goal for the end of the week? Where are we starting? Get a number. So if we just say more invites, what does that look like? We gotta be, it can be 4, it can be, don't be ashamed of your numbers, okay, guys? That's not what we're about. I'm not looking for astronomical numbers, okay? This is your business. If you say 5, own the 5 and make them quality people, okay? What is that? Be proud of that tonight. This is where we start. Perfect. 5 invites. Okay, so you're going to commit to having 5 invites by the end of this week, and you're making a to-do list for your business every single day. Is that correct? Love it. Okay, perfect. And then what we'll do is we'll check back in on Sunday in Goal Diggers, and we'll see how you guys did. All right? What else? What are we committing to? I need to make a challenge group page to get others involved. Okay, Sydney, you do not have to make your own challenge group if you don't want to, unless you want to run it all by yourself. Is that what you want to do, sweetie? You can unmute. Sure.
I don't know how to work technology.
Sydney is known for the muting. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
It's all right. What are you talking about, babe? Do you want to make your own challenge group?
Well, I feel like I'm not really getting anywhere. But I'm nervous to do the challenge group because during the week I get home, I'm tired with being with the kids all day, and that's why I plan to choose to invite like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because it's just so overwhelming.
But hey, is it working for you?
Yeah.
Well, then there you go. Don't be overwhelmed with what's working for you, okay? It doesn't matter. If it's working for you, you can, listen, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? But I don't, go ahead.
But I don't know how to get more people involved.
Okay, are you posting every day on your social media page?
For the most part, yes.
Okay, well, it's a yes or a no. Let's be like, is it yes or is it no? And it's okay. This is not a shame thing. It's yes or no. It's okay.
No.
Okay, there you go. So what else? Let's talk about this. How many conversations are you engaging on average?
Well, today was like the first day in a long time that.
Okay, so now where do we have the blueprint? You having a challenge group is not where you need to be. Making your posts and having conversations. That's where you start. Listen, here's something that I want you to know, and this is for everybody. You have to practice the other things to get what you want, okay? If you want Emerald and you want to start making that money, you have to just take that back step and say, okay, am I posting every day? Did I come up with my themes? Am I engaging in conversation? If you're not getting a lot of post engagement, that means you might have to start going on people's pages and talking to them rather than you hoping that they come to you. All right. In this business, I think something that we think, like when we first come up, is like, I'm open for business and everybody's going to say yes to me, right? Which that's what I thought, but it's just not going to happen. You got to take that initiative and go. So you might want to look at your friends list, and you might want to make a list of 100 people of your friends and start going and having those conversations and just chit-chatting. I don't overwhelm it, bring it back down. Like we talked about earlier, just talk to people, but don't go into the conversation trying to nail a challenge pack. Don't go into the conversation trying to make them join the challenge group. Go into the conversation just to talk, right? That's it. Because I'll tell you what, I did it the other way. Does that make sense? Yeah. If you go in the other way, you are creating high level of anxiety, and people will feel your vibe and they will catch you and they'll call you out. I was called out in the beginning. Are you about to sell me something? Has anybody ever gotten that? I have, and it's a shitty feeling. So just have conversations. Sydney, I love that you shared where you are at, because this is how we grow. Don't be ashamed of where you're at either. I don't want that. That's not what this is about. This is about you saying, okay, this is where I am. I need to share. So this is where I need to go. All right. Really how we grow. I do the same thing with my coach all the time. And you know what makes the best coaches? The ones that just share what they're doing. And that makes you one of those coaches. All right. So rather than forming a challenge group, that's not the goal. We had that challenge group. We already designed that. That's nothing you need to do until you get so big that you're like, girlfriend, I got no room. I gotta go make my own damn group. What you need to do right now is be okay with where you're at. You have to be okay with where you're at. And if you need more engagement, you got to go into YouTube and you got to go, okay, I need to Google how to get more engagement with people for my Beachbody business, and study it and then apply it. Use your anxiety as your roadmap to figure out where you need to go. Does that make sense? It's there. but it's not there for you to do something that you're not there yet with. Does that make sense? We got that group covered. You don't even need to go there. You go way too high in the anxiety level. I don't want that for you either. All right. Amanda had to hop off. So that's really what I want you guys to think of. And I want you guys to also think about, what are your weekly goals and what are your daily goals? Okay. So your weekly goal might be the grocery store, starting the new planning guide, right? But your daily goal is posting on social media or inviting or following up, whatever you do. But you got to make sure you stay consistent in your rhythm. Okay. So I want you guys to start establishing your business routine, and let's see how that starts. All right. I want you to take your goals that you have here tonight. I want you to write them down, and I want you to start implementing them tonight or tomorrow. Can we do that? All right. So Amber says, tomorrow night, my friend is coming over to do workout with me for the first time with her. Gave her a sample of Shaco and she wants to do it, but wait till tax time. That's awesome. She gave her a sample. She wants to work out with her. Amber's still her friend, right? And then you're good to go, which is great. And she knows that she's respecting that she's got tax time, and it's good. All right. So we have less than a minute. So does anybody have anything to add value to or share? We might have like 30 seconds. I'm just reading everything in the chat. Love it. Love that, Tiffany. Thank you. I want to start having conversations. Yep, roll with it. Tiffany, I really think, I know you said Instagram stories. I think you need to explore and learn Instagram stories like a rock star. I think that's where your sweet, I think that's where your sweet spot's going to be for now, because I think that's where you're comfortable at.
And I just need to post more on Instagram and Facebook and not just the stories, because I'm really just on stories right now.
Just use this. Just use it. Check it off. You'll feel like a rock star. All right, guys. I will definitely go do that. You guys have a wonderful night, Sydney. I will go check out that video. Use the tracker. Use it. I've been using it. It's fabulous. It'll take away the anxiety. Get your Shakeology. Get your Emerald rank. This is how you